My name is David Randby.
Could you spell it?
Yeah, Davidrandby.
Yes. And you have a middle name, Carsten, right? Carsten.
Pardon?
Your middle name. Middle name, Carsten?
Oh yeah, Carsten. Yeah, that's
Yes,
right, with
yes,
C.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
that's right.
And when were you born?
Well, in 1931.
What month and date? Do you know birthday?
26th of November in 1931.
And where were you born?
Here in this area, Kolbotn, yeah.
What is it?
In this area where we are now.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about, when did you go, where did you go to school?
The first schools was here, but I had a lot of education. You see, I was the electrician in the Norwegian field hospital.
Yeah.
That was in 30.
1950?
Yes, 90, from 92 to 93. 6 months.
So from
And
1950 to 53?
That, I was on 4 revisits. And those revisits, then I paid my travels on my own money. But we were met in a luxury hotel 1 week where everything was free. So the Korean people, they know how to say thank you. And the Korean people were very polite.
So that was when you revisited Korea, right?
What?
Revisit Korea.
Yeah. I've been in Korea revisits in 67, 2000, 2008, and 2010.
So when you revisit Korea...
Because you see, I wrote a diary for 6 months. And I had my ordinary diary with me as a gift to a peace museum very close to the areas we were fighting. So, and I asked the foreman if for in the Norwegian Academy in Seoul to give that original diary to a gift to the museum. And he asked me, can I borrow it or use it in my speeches? He said, oh yes, you can do. So later on, I told you, I came back in 2010. I had a speech in the Lord of Mayor of Tongduchong. The last area, we had a field hospital area. And the Lord Mayor was the one who gave that original diary to the museum.
Where, in Korea?
In Tongduchong.
Dongducheon.
Yeah, Tongduchong. That was the same last place the field hospital was working.
So you don't have diary here?
Very close to
Yeah.
the North Korean border.
So you don't have your diary now. Do you have it with you? Or you gave it to the museum?
You see, I beg your pardon?
Did you give the diary to the museum?
Yeah, so I had my old American uniform with the Norwegian marches and the 8th Army on the sides with me. And I give that uniform as a gift to the Lord Mayor. So maybe that uniform will become a place, will have a place at the museum too, I don't know.
So what did you do in Normesh? Were you doctor or what did you do?
I was in, as I told you, Normesh, 6 months plus 4 revisits.
So what did you do in Normesh?
Because when
What did you do in Normesh?
what I do in Norway?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see, I was an electrician, as I said, and I was specialized also in SAS airlines. About 7 months or something. No, 7 years or something. Yes, but it was so. I was so anxious to do something else. So you will be surprised. But I bought a dry cleaning shop, and at Bogerud, and I had 2 of my children at the schools in the same area, I had, at least I had a certificate on that too, a dry cleaning certificate.
So in Dongducheon,
Yes?
what did you do as an electrician? What kind of work did you do?
Oh, you see, a field hospital had generators and 3 different lights in the camp, and that was the electricity was given by generators, some diesel and some gasoline generators.
So did you fix that? Did you?
So that was it was only tents in that.
Only tents.
You know, it was a MASH, Norwegian Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Yes. And did you like it? I mean, what was the most difficult thing there? What was the most difficult thing to do?
Well, the most difficult. You should have more parts, electrical parts, and equipment. It was very simple what the things we had to work with.
I see. Did you know many Korean people there?
Yes, some remember me after many years. Oh, that's the electrician. So said the old ladies there, you know. So they remember me every time I came as a revisitor.
Mm-hmm. So when you went back to Korea, revisit, how was it?
Oh, I remember the first revisits.
Mm?
I have very strong feelings.
What kind of feeling?
Oh, I was because I love that country. You see,
Why?
because when I said they were friendly and polite, and you can, they were very friendly nation to have work with, and they still are.
Mm.
And as you see, the pictures here at the walls here,
Yes.
there, the 12th of June this year, the chief of South Korea
Yeah. President
was a
Moon.
guest.
Yes.
You see him there,
Yes.
and the king and the crown prince. We shake hands with the king, and we have a good relationship with the chief of Korea.
Yes. President Moon Jae-in. Right? So this is the President Moon Jae-in of Republic
Yeah.
of Korea visiting and meeting with you. You had a handshake.
Yeah, so
So, is there any dangerous moments during your service?
what?
Dangerous. Danger.
Danger?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but when you are about 21 years old only, you are not thinking about that. It never happened to you.
Uh-huh.
It happens to others. You see? Like any war. Nothing will. They will not shoot me. No, they will shoot the others. You see? Because you are young.
Yes.
And that's why they couldn't use pilots in the who was too old in the war. And see, they had used the best was the youngest, but nothing happened to the youngest. That's very strange.
So, do you know now about how Korean economy is grew and
What it is today, I don't know. But I have serious thoughts and worries about Korea today.
how? What is it?
Because, I will say it straight, those who lead North Korea,
Yes.
I'm very sorry to say, but I don't trust them.
Right.
Because he will have very difficult work there. In Seoul, in the buildings there today, they have big Christian crosses
Yes.
at the building. That's not allowed in North. You were arrested if you were a Christian.
Are you Christian?
So I think he will have a hard job.
That's right.
the chief of South Korea today. He will have a very hard job.
What about, so were you able to go to Seoul when you were there?
What?
When you were there in Dongducheon,
Yeah.
were you able to go to Seoul?
Oh yes, yeah, yes. Oh, that's a very long way for us from Seoul, Incheon or Seoul to Dongducheon.
Yes.
But we have a bus, so we were just sitting in that bus and came to that Dongducheon, and first to a American briefing of how we should behave
Uh-huh.
and everything. And every time, the same. You must not smile to them, talk to them, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So we had to be very careful. But I am sitting at a table where when they had stopped the fighting in 53 or whatever, yeah. And that was emotional, I think. Yeah.
Any story you remember? Any story you remember?
Oh, that's very hard to say. Yes, not any special story, but we work very hard. And sometimes it was so many actions at the front that all the doctors were occupied. And I was only an electrician, corporal, and I helped at the in the hospital in a medical operation. I washed my hands 10 times, and I was so clean. So that I have been helping a doctor during an operation, even once.
So, are you proud of yourself as a Korean War veteran, Normesh?
Oh, pardon?
Are you proud of yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I am. Now I don't think so much about it, but I just hope that it will be peace, real peace, between the leader of South and the leaders in the North.
But did you know anything about Korea before you went to Korea?
The first time, yes, I read the papers.
Uh-huh.
And so, yes, I read several books and papers on what's going on the first time I came.
How was it when you first time in arriving in Korea? How was Korea at the time? How was Korea at the time when you got there for the first time?
How I thought about it?
Yeah, yeah.
Then that was what I told you. I think I liked them very much. They were friendly and so polite. So all the veterans say the same. They liked the Korean people.
How many patients were there at the time?
What?
How many patients
In
in Normesh? How many patients did you treat? Patient. Those people who sick, wounded.
Oh, persons.
Yeah.
Oh, how many persons? Well, we change people every 6 months. So altogether, it's several thousand. But I don't remember how much we were. Maybe 150 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Did you like what you did?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I did.
Uh-huh.
So,
Any other story that you want to tell me?
no, I don't. That's very hard to say. Though I don't particularly remember special stories.
Mm. And what else? Did you have many good friends there in Normesh?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know
Yes.
doctors and nurses?
Yes. And several troops came to us because we had a tent with everything that had to drink or original things, whiskeys and everything, very cheap. And we have a very famous guest.
Like what?
From different organizations who came to Korea to see how we were behaving. Yes. So that's very, very hard to get a special story.
What did you do after you came back from Korea? What did you do after you came back from Korea?
Remember?
What did you do?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
What was your job?
My job was electrician.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to work with the generators, which gave power. And I have to work with these lines, electrical lines, all over the field hospital area. Electrical wires and everything. And work with the X-ray machine. Who stop? And I went. Then we have could get somebody to drive who fast as he could to a place where I get the parts. So I work all night to repair the X-ray machine. That was very hard.
How many X-ray machine?
Oh, one.
Only one?
Yeah. That's right.
What?
You see, every patient from the war had to go through that X-ray machine.
How about other machine that you fixed? Other machine? X-ray, generator, and what else did you do?
Yeah.
What else did you do?
Oh, well, well, we had a lot of sports. Play football against other teams, Dutchmen and several nations. So we had very much of sports there.
So when did you marry?
Married?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was over 30 years old before I married. I wanted to see the world first.
First.
So then,
Yes.
yeah.
So you have many medals here.
Yeah, yes, they gave us that.
Who gave it to you?
Yeah,
Who gave that medal to you?
yeah, the medals, yes. That was the Korean War medals and United Nations and Norwegian and medals because you have worked outside of your country. So that we got a lot of. I think it was. We had these medals all the time. I can remember. For long ago.
Is there any other story?
No, I not right now, but if I remember something, I will tell you later. No.
Okay.
Yes.
And so when the President Moon came, President Moon,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and what did he tell you?
Well,
What did he say?
we gave him some advice
What?
how he should treat the one chief in the north.
Ah,
Yes, we did.
what kind of advice?
Oh, that's,
What did you say to him?
well, he must remind that it's a dictator
Huh?
in the north.
Dictator?
That's not democracy. And you are going together. He reminds he had a tough job, you know.
What about king? There's a king.
A king, yeah, yeah. I have shaken hands with him a couple of times before. And we have great respect for the kingdom in Norway. The Norwegian people have.
And how many children do you have?
I have one daughter and one boy. So, children. And those who had today have my house and garden. So that's my son of my son. He's what we call in Norwegian socionom. And he has married with a doctor. She is doctor.
What's his name?
Yeah, first name I remember, Lisa Lena. And my son is Marius.
Any other story that you can tell me?
Yeah, you asked me about that, but if I come, well, I will tell you later.
You okay? All right. Next year will be 70th anniversary of the breakout of the Korean War. Next year.
Yeah.
Do you have any special message to the Korean people?
It's about that all the veterans loved the Korean people because they were so polite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so David,
It's,
thank you so much for your service.
yeah.
And
You're welcome.
Nomesh treated so many people, including so many Korean people, after the war in your Nomesh operation tent. And we are going to commemorate your service for the 70th anniversary of the breakout of the Korean War. And we will let you know, okay?
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to say something?
And I must say, I think it's great to have possible for me to talk to you who just come from the United States today,
Yeah.
and we can talk about things for 70 years ago.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say?
No, I will try to find one. But right now, so I don't know
Okay.
particular one.
Okay, thank you very much.